Hi, everybody. I am live now for the second episode of Modern Wong Chat. And, everything seemed a lot of fun. I had a great time last time chatting with Stella Chu. The video for that whole chat is on YouTube right now. And you can see all my information here on the left, youtube.com/modernphotos. And it's also on my Twitter as well. So go give a look. But let's welcome our second guest. I'm going to have Chris Villain coming on. Let's see. Chris, there you are. Hello, Chris. Oh, your
What's
name.
up, you guys?
I need to change your name. I just realized I still have your name as Stella Chu. So I'm going to type that right now. Yep.
Stella's also awesome, so I will be either Stella or Chris.
I don't think it's an insult, if anything, so there you go. How do you spell villain? I feel like that's
That's
an
a good
A
question.
in there.
Everybody misspells it.
I
It's
feel like
Villain.
that's what I thought too. I feel like everyone. How do they misspell it?
It's people spell it Villian,
Oh, but
which I
that does.
think would be Villian. I don't know.
Do they think that could be like your last name or something?
I don't know. I don't know why people misspell it because that's just the way you spell villain. So I don't know.
It should be pretty standard. I don't know why. Uh, anyway, so Chris, tell me a little bit more about you. Like first of all, where are you? Well, you live in LA too, right?
Yeah, I'm in LA right now.
Were you always
Um,
born and raised in LA?
Born and raised in LA. Last year I spent a little bit of time in New York, but no, I was born and raised right here in LA.
Do you like LA?
Whew, that's a complicated question. I think so. I was kind of like raised in more of like Orange County,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of home for me, more of like a suburban kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but right now I'm living in LA, and I don't dislike it, but I think I definitely like Orange County a little bit better.
I mean, what do you like and what do you not like about it? Is it the people? Is it the food? What is it?
I think it's a combination of like I don't know. I'm just not like a city person. Like there's a lot going on, and like
Oh,
the noise is
definitely.
really loud.
Mm-hmm.
And also the people here are kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Like it's just a
They're
bunch of like very. How do I put this nicely? Very let's say career oriented people.
definitely, definitely.
Um,
We have a lot of
for
those.
yeah, in both the good and bad aspects of what that means.
That is true. That's true. Yeah, I moved here 2 years ago, so
Okay.
I'm still pretty recent, a new transplant, but not too far. I'm from NorCal,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, it's not too bad. I think the culture is definitely different.
It's so different. NorCal, I think,
Uh
is
huh.
like chill, right? Like it's
Oh
just a
yeah,
bunch
it's
of
very
chill
chill.
people.
Like I feel like LA, how I say it, is very like not comfortable living, but it is
Sure.
good for work.
Yeah, you need to be here for work, and that's kind of it.
And I'm worried because I think I'm fine because I kind of have grown up already by the time I moved here. Because I know a
Sure.
lot of people who come here have a dream, has a hope for something, and then they use whatever methods they want, however they do it, just to get to what they want. And
Yeah.
sometimes that kind of change them, their personality, how they are. Um, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect me that way. Um, you know, but I feel like that happens to some people.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of I think people out here for the worse because I don't
Yes.
know. There's just a way of I'm not sure if LA does it to people or if LA attracts that kind of person. I don't know.
I think it's both, right? I think it's like a loop. You tell people, oh, don't come here and don't do that, and then you want all your friends say, hey friends, how about you come to LA and move in with us? And then we start complaining, there's too much traffic. There's way too many people.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
I have first-hand experience with that with when I did background acting for a little bit. I
Oh yeah,
did.
you probably have a good taste of it.
Oh yeah, so because I had a friend. I mean, he moved. They moved to East Coast now, but they know the people that work for Central Casting. So, are you familiar with Central Casting? Yep. Just losing you a little bit. Oh, I, I,
Here, are you there?
yep. Can you hear me? Good. Oh no, our internet's dropping a little bit. Hello, Chris.
I
Oh,
am
there you go.
here.
There you go. There you go. Kind of. I keep having you coming in and out. So let me figure out why it's. I'm not sure what is causing that. Are we still good? I feel like it's like internet spike. But while that is kind of slowly moving back to normal, because earlier we just wait for a little bit and then it come back fine. But yeah, for central casting, for those of you who are not familiar, it is like a place where people can work as background acting. You know, that works for a lot of people. I have done it for a little bit because my friend from my last loft that I lived in, they know that people work there, so I get to cut the line a little bit. The line's crazy. Yeah,
Ah,
that helps a lot. Because I know people wait till 6 in the morning every single day just so that they
yeah,
could get an application in, so can sign up at least be in the database. And once you're in the database, they'll
sure.
send you email or text message letting you know, hey, there is a show tomorrow that we're recording, we're filming. If you want to be on it, just submit yourself, and they usually let you be on the show, which is really fun. Which is one great thing about LA. But I did it just to see how it's like, because I love the filming industry, to know more about it.
Sure.
I've met a lot of other background actors as well, actress, and this a lot of them because their background, so they definitely are more new. They came
Sure.
from all around the country, if not the world. A lot of them had this dream, this LA Hollywood dream that we always see. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Hollywood. I'm gonna go to do background acting. I'm gonna get famous. I'm gonna meet a director. I'll be in the next big movie.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It's not that easy.
It's definitely not that easy, and I know that you do a lot of acting. Uh,
Yeah.
so that's why I actually want to ask you about how did you get into that, and also, what is some difficulty? Because you're pretty big on YouTube as well, and that's a lot of things I want to ask you about. But let's talk about
Yeah,
acting. Tell
yeah.
me about your,
Acting.
background.
Phew. So actually going back a little bit, I grew up as a kind of gymnast.
Mm,
And so my goal for a really long time was like, let's be in the Olympics. That's what I wanted to do. Um, and then in high school, my performing arts kind of department in my high school was like, hey, you don't need to be able to sing or dance. We just need somebody to do flips and stuff in our shows. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And then kind of fell into uh, theater and acting and singing and all of that in high school. And then right out of high school, started working for the Disney parks and
mm,
still sing and perform there. And then from there, started taking my work and stuff to YouTube, and kind of it all happened very quickly, like that. The Disney to YouTube to Instagram, like all of that stuff happened very quickly, and it's all just kind of been like, what's happening? Okay, we're gonna go do this now. We're gonna go do this, and it's been fun, but it definitely happened. Like, there's no like I started acting when I was 4 years old. Like, none of that.
mm-hmm.
I very much just fell into it, and I've kind of been rolling with it the entire time.
How did you discover YouTube or decided to do YouTube? Because I started about 2 or 3 months ago, and I'm kind
Okay.
of still figuring it out. I know it changed a lot in the last 10 years,
Yeah,
but when did
yeah.
you get started? Is it like 10 years ago, or like
I would say I started taking it seriously probably in like 2014, so about 6 years ago.
Mm,
And I just started putting out like singing videos of like me singing random videos in like my living room. Um,
I feel
and
like
I
that's how
met
most YouTubers started.
Yeah,
Singing or playing guitar in their own living room. That's like the grassroots culture kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. And so I started there, and then met a friend actually who worked at Disney with me, and he was like, "Hey, I went to film school. You do a lot of cool stuff, but I think it could be better. Do you want to like do like a music video or something?"
Mm,
And I was like, "Absolutely, let's do it." So the first video we did, the first music video we did was me singing a song from The Little Mermaid,
mm-hmm.
and I was on the beach in a mermaid tail, and it is still my most successful video to date.
I looked you up earlier on YouTube, and I sort of the video by most popular. And yes, that one is still your most popular video. I'm sure.
which is crazy because it's like the first one I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those contact were not the best. I'm gonna give you a little.
Listen, there was a lot of things about that music video that were not the best. But of course, naturally, like my first time, like, because that was also kind of my first time cosplaying too, was like in that
Mhm.
video. And of course, naturally, the one that I don't want everybody to see is still the most popular, but it
But
was a good time.
your production like scale has scaled up so much since then. You know, I've seen your newer one, and then there's a lot of stuff involved too. How is that like? Like, how are you planning a music video, or like even from start to like finish? What is that like?
Woof, that's such a good question. So, I
Okay,
think
before you start, my favorite part about a lot of them is that I read the description, right? It'd be like directed by Chris Violin, edited with Chris Violin, and then casted Chris Violin. It's like that one brand, Marc Jacob. Have you seen that brand
yeah,
before? It's like
yeah.
for Marc Jacob, designed by Marc Jacob, by Marc Jacob.
Mark Jacobs sewed this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think so. Where do I start? I think over the years, I've developed kind of way to do music videos, and I guess fortunately, like there's not a lot of people that understand the way like there's not a lot of people that I can trust to costume the videos because it has to be done at a certain level, or like there's not a lot of people that can edit it because it needs to be done this way, you know? So I do end up doing a lot of the stuff myself just because I can't trust anybody and I'm a bit of a perfectionist about certain things.
Hmm.
Um that being said, the people that do work on those videos with me are like so talented, and I couldn't do any of it without them. Um, but usually, my music video will start with either have recorded a song that I'm like, ooh, I really like this, or there's kind of like some like a universe, like Disney kind of movie or something where like I want to do something in this world. What can we do? I'll usually record the song, and then from there, obviously, I don't film my own videos because I'm
You're
in
in
them.
it, you know. Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the only thing that
Maybe
I
you're
don't
so
do.
good. I don't know. Maybe you're so great. You have like a remote in your hand, and it's like I'm gonna move this angle by myself. No, I know it's difficult. I can't even take my own selfie. It's really difficult
Right?
because like if I that things that your stuff is so great, so I'm sure you want it to be at a certain caliber. And it's similar when I do my own photo shoot, right? Sometimes I have to do a photo
Yeah.
shoot of myself, so it's kind of difficult because I have to set it on a tripod and to do it if I don't have someone help me
Yeah.
to shoot it. One time I actually got almost got arrested for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think racism was in play, but I wasn't 100% sure. But it was in Texas. I think
Great.
some white lady called the cops on me for doing a selfie. Like I have my camera on my backpack, and then I set a timer. I walk a few step away. Like it's definitely like I can see it right there. And I mean, it's
Sure.
seeing me because I'm taking photos of myself.
Yeah.
And then the cops show up, and then they were really confused as well. They were as confused as I am, because they saw me and they're like,
What?
"Dude, this kid's just taking a selfie, man." So they had to make up some BS excuse. They come up to me and said like, "Sir, you can't be doing this here." I'm like, "A
I'm just taking a
selfie,"
selfie.
and then they're like, "Yeah, well, ever since 9/11, and as soon as they said that, I'm like,
Shut up.
yeah." As soon as I said that, I'm like, okay, all right, that's nothing I can do, right? It's like, all right, I mean, what's the point? I know they're doing their job, and it's not, whatever, it's
Sure.
fine. It's like an hour layover at Houston or something. I'm like, you know what, whatever. You're doing your job. I feel bad for you because someone call you guys to arrest me or something. But then it's like, yeah, this kid's just like taking a selfie with his
That's
camera.
crazy, man.
It is kind of insane. But sorry to interrupt you. Tell me more about your music video. Like I saw, what's the latest one that you have done?
I think the latest one I would have done would either be there was one that I did for kind of like the Disney Channel series called Descendants. It would have been either
Mm.
that one or there was a Halloween one I did with it was like vampires and stuff. It may have been that one, I think,
How long
but
does it take you?
I think the longest part is obviously like pre-production and planning, and
Mm.
it can take anywhere from like sometimes I've been in a pinch to where I have to turn it around in like a week. Like the whole process of like filming, editing, everything has to be done in, like a week
That's crazy.
because yeah, I like a company will be like, hey, we need you to make this video for, and it has to have this song in it, which I've done for Disney Channel before, and it's usually like you have to turn it around fast, and it's like super stressful. But then if I have the chance to, and I get to like really carefully plan stuff, it's been like I've spent like 3-4 months on just pre-planning stuff before.
That is crazy. Like, uh, one of my friends, and just the same thing. So one of my friends, he does special effects. Maybe I should connect you with him sometimes too. He makes some very
Yes, please.
he makes some very cool, like, it's like a looping video where
Oh,
people have
okay.
emotions, but they're like moving, but slightly you can't really tell. But it's really cool. It's easier to
Yeah.
show you than to explain it. But he also get hired by big companies and production all the time. But like Oscar, it happened like what, last week or the week before.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Same thing. He did the background for Frozen. They were singing Frozen.
Wait, I followed this dude on Instagram.
Yeah, so he's actually my housemate.
No.
He might be watching right now.
What?
Yeah, so he was doing all the background effects for Frozen at the Oscar, and it was like a week before it happened.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Also tell him I said hi. He's incredible. He just did something with Stella, right?
Yes, he did thing with Stella. He did a bunch of stuff. He made a cool graphic of Kobe Bryant recently, and like overall he does really cool stuff. Like he has it's amazing effect.
Yeah, you guys are talented and stuff. Keep doing that.
So this whole house we're trying to like push for cool stuff. But the thing is like, yeah, he get less than a week every single time. It's like, and I get the same thing too. Companies will come to
Sure.
me. I do many things. One of the things I do is that I do marketing and I hire influencer and cosplayer as well. And company will be like, "Hey, Martin, yeah, great working with you last time, but we need another cosplayer for our event." I'm like, "Great, yeah, let's do it. What's the event?" It's next week. We need a brand new costume.
It's tomorrow. I need this fully done.
Oh.
I don't like I have mixed feelings about that because on one end it's like, dude, you're asking way too much of me. But on the other end, that's sometimes I work best under that pressure. Like I need that sharp deadline because it's like, okay, I have this amount of time to do it. It needs to be done this way. And that's sometimes where I do my best work. So I don't know.
And I feel like it takes certain personality and person to type to do this kind of stuff. I feel like not everyone can do it, and maybe that's why they keep coming back to us. They're like, "Oh,
Maybe
we need
so,
something
man.
done." Yeah, I made a trophy last time, or I hired someone to make a trophy for a mobile game.
Okay.
Like a grand final, like a few months ago.
Uh-huh.
They gave me less than like 3 weeks to do it, and it's like those giant ones.
Oh.
Those giant ones that is like half your body. It weighs like 10 pounds. And
No
then you need 3 people
way.
to hold it, that kind of thing. So, but they're like,
Wow.
because we worked before, we went to Brazil, we did all this like different campaign before, and they're like, yeah, if anyone can do it, it's Martin. They're like, yeah, cool.
Great. Let me just go like slave over this trophy for a minute.
like do you watch Rick and Morty?
Not as I'm familiar with it, but I'm not like a religious watcher.
So one of the recent episodes, they were doing like a heist kind of episode, right? It's kind of like Ocean 11.
Okay.
But one of the recurring gag they're having is just like saying, they will come up to the guy and say, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." I just
Oh
want
yes,
people,
I've seen that meme.
exactly. I just want that people to do that. Some days, just so I can just go like, "Yeah, I'm in," just to give that kind of
Right.
take. Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
but yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
So you said you started with Disney. How did you even get into Disney? Because I know a lot of people either from here or not from here, but especially people who are from here, they want to talk about. I know there's a college program, there's a normal casting. Like, what is that like?
yeah. So depending on like what department you go into, there's like a different process, but
Mm.
I started in character department as a character, and it was very much like wait in a line of like 1,000 people, and they take like every measurement possible to make sure that the costume. And then I only did that for a few months before there was an audition for, and knock on wood, was lucky enough to audition for that and get that. But even that process was weird because it was like, okay, so first you have to come in and you're just reading a script,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll like eliminate a bunch of people just based off that, and then you'll come back and you'll sing a song that they give you that you have to like. They basic music.
So,
And
do you know the song ahead of time, or like how is that like?
no, usually no. They just cool. Just go in the hallway and learn this real quick, and then we're gonna call you back. And which is insane, especially like you've never heard the song. You have to either like YouTube it real quick or do something and just learn it really fast. And they'll come back. You'll sing it, and then they'll eliminate a whole another bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Do that process a few times with a bunch of different things until there's like 4 or 5 people left, and then it's cutthroat. It's a little crazy.
I bet, so in the beginning you said like a lot of people line up, so it's kind of like the whole American Idol kind of feel, right? Like where or like American Got Talents, like those kind of show where you have like a lot of people line up a piece of paper kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. My. Okay. So after that, so when did you? So how did you find out you got it? Or like, do they come back to you like a few weeks later, or do they tell you on the spot? Or like, what's that like?
Yeah, they for I think first job there. I mean, again, it's every kind of job there is different, but the first one they kind of set this for everything. Um, I got a phone call probably like a week later, and they offered it to me, and I was like, absolutely. And then once once I was kind of like in the show department, and I was like in the special union after I got through all that, it's a lot easier where basically just go to the audition and you do your thing, and they just call you if you got it or not. But it's rough. It's a rough life, like going to auditions all the time, and
Mm-hmm.
then like they never call you to say like, hey, you didn't get it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and that happens a lot in the whole Hollywood industry. And people, people always, because like our friends, especially in the circle, we see that all the time. But for people who don't know from the outside world, is that we get a lot of friends are actors and actresses. We will do a lot of audition, and there's many reasons you won't get the role. It's not
yeah,
favoritism. There's many, many, many aspects to reason why you might or might not get it. But for us, it's just that it's kind of like an easy big oven. You go for it, you send it, and you forget it. Like send for any reel, like you send a video, you send it and you forget it. That's all it is. Because most of the time you will not get it. That it should not be. Because if you get everything that you interview for, that would not work at all. So it's just doesn't make sense for people to always get every job they interview for. But it's definitely. But you still always have that feeling in your heart, like, ooh, I really want that one. I hope I get that one. But then you don't. So you just keep getting that over and over and over. Um, yeah. Chris, are you still with us? Are you still in the Netherlands? Are you still in the RAM? For some reason, we're kind of losing you. Hello, Chris. You're frozen. His favorite song, Frozen. All right. I wonder if I have to give him. I know. I lost Chris. Um. Let me see if I should leave the call and then join again. Sam. Sorry, guys. A little bit of technical difficulty. I think we're losing him from the internet. I don't know if it's my internet that's causing that or it is his. Um, because mine's looking all right. I'm still able to browse the internet without any trouble. I wonder if it's Discord because we are using a Discord service for this chat. Yeah, no, my internet is loading perfectly fine. Well, in the meantime, any of you have any questions about? Oh, just me and me. Exciting. No worry. I'm gonna go back to you though. I think it's Discord. I think it's acting weird today. So, hi, it's me, Martin, and also hi, it's me, Chris Villain. Let's just interview myself. No worry. Let me try to give him a call one more time. But he's completely offline, I think. He's gonna reset his Discord. But yeah, in the meantime, if any of you have any question for Chris, feel free to put it in chat. We are live right now on stream, twitch.tv/modern1photo. And again, as I said, you can see all the description on the left side. It's gonna be on YouTube as well with highlights and also the full video. including all this mess of technical difficulty. But yeah, if you also haven't checked out Chris, he has amazing videos on YouTube. I just saw one recently where he was doing a singing cover as well of a Taylor Swift songs. So I think Chris is extremely talented, and you should all definitely check him out. Let's see how's Chris doing. Still on mobile. All right. Well, at least now you know the show is live. Shows happens. Live stream happens. I might just cut out this small part from the YouTube video so it'll be less kind of boring for y'all. Are you all super fans? What is your guys' favorite part of Chris? Like, what's your favorite thing that he did, like a video, or how long have you guys seen his work? Where did you guys discover Chris? Super fans. We have someone called Athena, Pyro, and Stony here in chat. They're saying they're super fans. No? Yes? No? Maybe? I feel like I hope my chat is still alive as well. Oh, I think Chris might be back. Let me see.
Are you back?
Hello?
Oh my goodness. I am so
cannot
sorry.
hear you.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay, I can read your lips. I say, give me 1 second. No worry. Take your time.
Okay, let's see.
You have some super fans apparently in my chat waiting for you as well.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, your video a little bit jumpy. I don't know if it's a button. It's either the setting or in you can hear him on stream. Wait, you can hear him and I cannot? Wait, Chris, you say something.
Hello, friends. I am back from the
chat,
grave.
you can hear him? What? Now this is magic because I couldn't hear him. Let me double check.
Heck, can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing a lot of noise. Let me reset my Discord real quick. Wow, I'm glad I'm saving you guys. It's like disgusting static. That was a ton. Yeah, I feel like it's his computer or his Discord that's causing that issue. Like, I know my computer is not great and all, but it's definitely not that bad. Hello, Chris. I can hear you, but I cannot see you. Are you on mobile or desktop?
Hello.
There you are. You're back. Okay. Yeah, we lost you for a second. I'm not sure is Discord acting weird or like what is causing this.
Dude, I have like literally never had this many problems in my life. I think Discord is just being weird.
They're making a lot of changes. You know, they've been updating a public server kind of thing. So I might need to give them. I know some people there, so I should give them a talk. You also like flickering a lot, so you kind of look like a. Yeah, it's a weird thing where it's look like those sci-fi movie where you're sending a distress call to Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of thing.
Interesting.
But while you were gone, we have some huge fans apparently in chat. Yeah, they first saw you in Little Mermaid. And let's see, didn't really following him until the lead up to Christian Diwali.
Oh yeah, video. Christian DeVille. Yeah, that was a crazy video. That was another. That was another kind of Disney one. It was kind of like Cruella DeVille from 101 Dalmatians, except it did like a guy version and made it Christian DeVille. But that one was cool because we had to raise like $10,000 for that video, because the location that we were filming at was like this crazy mansion in Malibu.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that was wild. That's a good video though.
I
It's
think
fun
some of the
stuff.
places that is in LA are really cool to shoot, but it's very like that's a problem. Like we have a lot of great location. At the same time, we run the problem where it becomes such a filming industry, you cannot film anywhere.
Literally anywhere
Yeah,
without paying like thousands of dollars. It's the
like
worst.
anytime you have any tripod, any three-legged thing stand, they literally
You're
have a
done.
problem. Yeah, like if it's not alive and you have three legs, they're like, "Sir, did you have a permit?"
Yeah,
Because they
where's your
can't do.
permit?
Yeah, my one time my friend they kind of got him on a technicality because he was using a Steadicam, right?
Okay.
But it's not a tripod.
So
So the security was
technically,
like, "Sir, you can't have a tripod." I'm like, "I only have two legs, so there's no pod anywhere." It's like a vest, you know. So they're like, he got a point. So
they're
they
like,
don't know what to do with him. They're like, well, okay, let me check, and they never came back.
good,
Yeah,
good.
it was during Anime Expo. We were just recording at the Microsoft Center area
Oh,
because we were
okay.
all staying there at the hotel, and then we're just
Yeah.
filming some fun cosplay stuff.
Wow, my video is really flickering,
You
huh?
see it too, right?
I'm starting to see it now on my little tiny version of me over
Good. Yeah,
here.
exactly. I'm like,
What is going on
Look,
today?
my computer might be bad. Hopefully, it's. But if it's also flicker on yours, I don't know. You know.
I don't know
So
what. This is crazy, but like whatever. We're still here as of now,
yeah,
so
like at least we're not lagging or anything. So
yeah, I'll
that's
take
fine.
it.
Where were we before we lost you? Oh
Well, we're talking about Disney and stuff.
yeah, cause and is it the same process as the princesses?
Oh, that's also very brutal where but different. Like same thousands of people will show up and they will whip out the first kind of step is like they take out a measuring tape and make sure you're the right height for the character.
Hmm.
And then after that, they bring you in and they line you up in like long rows and they literally just walk down the line. You don't say anything, they don't say anything. They just walk down the line and look at you and kind of just see if you look like the character they're looking for, and then they'll be like number 1, 3 and 25, everyone else thank you, and then that's it, that's the audition. And then from there you'll read scripts and do stuff like that. But yeah.
What's that one Disney cartoon? Empire New Groove.
Oh, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, that's how I feel like too. It's more like yep. No,
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like
that
that.
remind me of how the ancient Chinese do that. You know, the king actually have the same thing where they have all these ladies would come in wanted to be the wife, the queen.
Really?
So they will have like people coming in, and then of course there's a lot of favoritism in play too. Like someone say, oh yeah, I know the person that worked there, so they hopefully they can at least get in line. Getting in line is already impossible. Then they're gonna have them all line up, see how pretty they are, check every single thing. They'll even smell them, smell their armpit to they smell like
Wow.
everything until they go to the second process and few step until they can, present it to the queen, like the mom of the king, the
Whoa.
emperor, and then they're like, yeah, this one seemed fine, and then then they present to the king. But then the king also have like hundreds of wives.
That's crazy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. So anyway, it's either way. Of course, it's not as brutal. Nobody died from this. In the Disney one, ancient Chinese, I'm sure they must have some dying happen.
I'm
But
maybe. I don't know, man. Wow.
there's a lot. There's a lot of great Chinese shows actually about that too. About ancient Chinese, how a lot of politics, the ancient politics.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's one of
Wow.
the big things in recent years. It got so popular to a point that the government is like, okay, this is way too popular. We need to slow down with this.
We need to hush hush on this business.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah. So you're a big fan of Disney, right?
I am a
Obviously.
big Disney fan. Yeah.
What's your favorite Disney thing? Like film, franchise. Which franchise is your favorite?
Oh gosh, that's so hard.
Top
Well,
three?
because they own so many now, so it's like, phew.
Right, cause like they also. So do you count extended Disney as part of Disney as well? Like, is Leia technically a princess now?
I don't know. Let's go with classic Disney. Classic Disney. Favorite Disney movie. I really like Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
Hercules is one of my favorite. I would say I really like the movie Tangled.
Mm. Are they were
And
doing something recently? I forgot what it was. Not a second movie, a live action. A live action, I think.
were
They,
they?
I think they're working on a live action. Yeah, because I
Whoa.
see my friends were complaining that they were complaining like, oh, we want a second movie before live actions, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's didn't have a second one. So,
Huh,
oh,
I
an
didn't know
animated
that.
series? I don't know,
I think they have an animated series going.
but they're
I
working
know
on
they have.
something for sure. Oh, I have to mute you on stream, but you just went really static for a second. Nope, you're completely static. I know, I know. Uh, Here, let's end the call for 1 second. We'll try. Oh, yeah. So now there's no static, at least. That's great. But oh, same thing. Here, let me leave the call, end the call, and try one more time. Yeah, I think Chris is haunted. I don't know what happened. Like, I love Chris, but that is that's getting a little bit crazy. Oh, perfect. You are great now.
The stream gods just really don't like us today.
I mean, you're still a little bit jumpy per se,
Okay.
but oh yeah, but you're still a little bit jumpy. But at least you are,
It literally looks like I'm streaming from like a prison or something.
yeah. You're haunted. Yeah, people say that you're
Oh
haunted.
my gosh.
Everything of it's a little bit crazy, but hey, it's okay. We will work it out. This happens sometimes.
It's great. It's great. We're here.
So, sorry, I didn't put this in. All right. You were saying Hercules, and then you like
Hercules,
Tango.
Tangled. I think the third one. I really like Big Hero 6, like a lot.
It's very different.
Yeah, it's not typical Disney, and I want a second one like right now.
Yeah. At first, if you haven't seen it, well, there's gonna be a spoiler. So,
Spoilers.
close your ears. I thought the bad guy could be the brother.
I thought that for a hot second. I was
That
like,
would
dude,
be cooler. I feel like, but
that
at the
could
same
that would
time,
definitely be
it might ruin kids. Because they're like not ready for that.
yeah. And also, I kind of liked. I mean, obviously, I didn't like that the brother died, but
Hmm.
I liked like hero having to go through the process of like grieving over like a death because like they don't
Hmm.
do that in other Disney movies, you know?
Is it Pixar? Is it just Disney?
I think it's just Disney, but I'm gonna have to look this up.
Because if it's
Um,
Pixar, then Pixar's always like, "Let me punch you right in the guts."
right,
They got
exactly,
better and
exactly.
better at it every single year, especially with that movie Up. The first
Oh my gosh,
first
dude.
5 minutes of there's like there's no there's no word, no narration, just music over a montage.
Yeah.
It's like
So
bam.
Big Hero 6 is just Disney, no
Oh,
Pixar.
good.
They
So
they just really decided to punch us there.
excellent. Well, then they're getting better and better at it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so with Disney Plus, what do you think about that? I know that's kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm first of all, like, congrats to them because what they're doing is insane.
mhm,
I think the amount of content that's on there is crazy. I'm interested to see because obviously it's new, so it's there. I think the dust is still waiting to settle on like
mhm,
how it's going to affect the other streaming platforms like Netflix and Hulu, like, um, or is it gonna like get rid of them, or like are they gonna take a hit? Like what's gonna happen? You know,
mhm, mhm.
um, from what I've seen of the content that they're putting out as far as original content, like the like Mandalorian,
That's a huge
like
success. Yes.
what? Do you know what I mean? Huge success. Like that alone.
Mhm,
Um, and then on top of that, like I just think it's crazy. Like, so every Disney thing ever is on there.
mhm.
And also Star Wars, which is Disney, and then also National Geographic, also Simpsons, everything Marvel.
They own
Like
so
that's
many
like
things.
everything,
Lucasfilm,
dude.
everything. Yeah.
It's crazy. So I think I'm just really interested to see how the other streaming platforms get affected, I think.
I'm surprised they don't have a fighting game that has all the IP yet.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I know they have something similar with PlayStation or like here and there with different stuff that cross over, but not
Yeah.
one with like all the stuff they own because they own so many things.
They should do that.
I feel they work really well, like a Smash, but with Disney
Like
stuff. Yeah.
Disney's Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, that would. I mean, they should do that. Honestly.
Do you think with all this stuff added to it, it's kind of like because they already announced they're not really doing princess stuff anymore. Um,
Hmm.
but is princess still like a special place in the whole Disney heart? So like, how does it work?
I mean, how can it not be, right? Like, I feel like Disney itself started with Snow White, and
Hmm.
so it's kind of like the core of what when people think of Disney, they think of Disney princesses
And
and
of course,
like
they said
that
the
kind of
castle.
thing.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Are they revamping it?
Um,
By the way, the one here.
yeah, I think they're giving it a little makeover, I
Mm.
think. Um, but I don't know. I've been saying this for a long time where there was a minute where like for Hercules, Aladdin, I don't know, a few others where it's been a really long time since we got like there's a few qualifications. A male lead in a musical
Uh huh.
that's also animated
Okay.
from them because I can't like the last one is like what? Hercules? Listen, I just need more songs to sing is the problem. I'm tired I'm tired of taking the princess songs
Did
and singing
did
them
Finn sing
as
in is it Tango? Tango's wait, what's his name? It's Finn, right?
yeah, he sings, but
Uh
he's
huh.
not the lead. Rapunzel's the
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah.
I want like another Hercules, another Aladdin
I agree.
because it's been a minute. I
It's
don't
been a
know.
long time. Uh, have you heard? I'm not sure you saw this on the news recently, but Disney is teaming up with some companies to make princess dresses as a wedding dress.
I did see that. I saw those articles.
Yeah.
And they also have like a white one with like little Mickey Mouses on it and
Uh huh.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know about this because I have a friend who's like a Disney super fan who's actually about to get married, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, somebody stop me from buying this dress because
Are,
I'm about
are
to
they
buy it.
expensive? Are they relatively? I mean, they're expensive, but relatively not that expensive. I think.
They can't be cheap.
Yeah, I think
They
they.
gotta be.
I think the starting price is like 1,200, 1,200.
I'm gonna look because I'm curious. They
Yeah,
can't be. I mean, a normal wedding dress is gonna cost you a lot of money. A Disney one has to be even more, right?
official Disney brand. Yeah, like I want to shoot
Wow.
because I shoot lots of weddings.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot a Disney dress, like even not for like a wedding, like an engagement shoot.
Sure. Just kind of like the concept.
Yeah, so I just want to see how it looks.
I can't find a price over
If you
here.
find someone that has one, and then they don't even have to get married. I just want to shoot them in it.
Just want the dress.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't
I
get a price over here.
I remember when I read it. So just go. That's one from CNBC. It says start at 1,200.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
So let's see. With the bridal manufacturer Allure Bridals, that will range in price from 1,200 to 10 grand. So let's say mid range would be like 3 or 4 grand. That's still not bad.
No, that's actually really good. That's like I thought it was gonna be a lot more than that.
I thought it would be like starting at five.
Yeah, easy.
Because it's
Easy.
Disney, and then like people love Disney, and Disney loves
Wow.
money.
Look at that. They're affordable Disney wedding dresses. Love
Yeah.
that.
Let's see. The Tiana Platinum gown will be the first release of the high end. Oh, that's a high end, and
Oh.
it's started only 3,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they're not all like 1200. They start there. I
So
see.
I guess it's different collection has different prices.
Okay.
I'll send you the article later or something.
Send me the
But yeah,
article. I'm interested.
that's.
Not that I want to get a wedding dress, but I'm just interested.
I mean, if you want to, we can shoot you in the wedding dress as well.
Hey man, I'm sure it'll get likes
I just need
if
to
we do.
beat that Little Mermaid. That's all.
Yeah, good. That one's up there. That's gonna be my top video for a long time. I don't know why.
Are you also so because everything you do is very animated, like the way you talk, the way you do. I know it's very Disney like. Were you always like this, or it just get more and more throughout the years?
You know what? I think I was pretty.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on, Chris. You went very static again. Let's restart again. I ended the call. I know. Trust me, that hurts my ear. It hurts me as much as it hurts you. Okay, so um, I don't know what's causing it. Try to call him again. Join call. I can see you, but the hearing is still kind of messy. I have no idea. It sounds extremely horrible. I'm suffering for it instead for the stream, so only one of us is suffering. I wonder, is it my Discord? So how about this? Can you close Discord completely? Like quit it and then restart it? Yeah, let's do that. I mean, obviously he can hear me perfectly, but apparently not so much on his end. I should also make a temporary background in the future. So then we don't have to be like stuck looking at this boring Discord. I thought I had it. I think I have one for Stella, which is kind of like not this one. Let's see. I think it was this. I don't know, but that's still. Yeah, I did add an image of just Chris in the future. But in the meantime, let's see how far it's gone. Come back, Chris. I miss you. Oh wait, I should have an image. I don't know what happened. Technical difficulty as usual. Hold on, I got this. I know where I can find it because I made the announcement for him, so I should have it somewhere here. Yeah. Hey, oh, he's back, I think. Okay. All right. We are all in one piece. You are back. That's great. It's still glitchy as ever. It's just a digital effect. Yeah. Special effect. Ooh. So we're talking about how animated you are. Were you always this animated, excited? How is it like? That's good. I mean, were you also on Vine?
So make a video in 7 seconds. These people are ruining the internet. But I am on TikTok now, so I don't know. Maybe I can't talk.
So you know what's funny? I was thinking about it the other day because I was looking at TikTok as well. TikTok owns by a company called ByteDance, I think. And Vine made a second app called Byte.
They did. So
It's a little bit confusing.
yeah, somebody actually. So TikTok is kind of now just becoming a thing, right? Like where it's like everyone's like, okay, this isn't going away; it's going to stay. And now that it's staying, Byte, and I'm hearing about it. I've downloaded it. I don't know what it is. All I know is that somebody told me that like OJ Simpson or someone is on it, and I was like, I don't know if that's a selling point.
Yeah, I mean, OJ Simpson has been doing a lot of things the last few years, and
He needs to stop doing that.
It's really strange. You're waiting in on like big issue, and then everyone's attention is like, "Oh, OJ's back. The juice is back."
No, he needs to go away.
Yeah.
He needs to stay away.
But yeah, no, I've seen like Will Smith on it. It's weird because I'm not sure how I feel about it too. Chris, one thing. How about this? How about this? I'll promise you another podcast. Oh, wait. Say something. Yeah. Nope. Never mind. Now it works.
Okay. I mean, if we need to do another podcast too, we can do that.
How about this? I'll call this a strike 2. If it happens again, it'll be strike three, and then I will mute you, and then I'll just let. Oh no, we'll just do another one. But
That's
yeah,
fair. That's fair.
TikTok. I don't know. I'm on it, but I haven't been really using it.
Yeah.
All the one that I got more views,
Mhm.
or everything else is dumb stuff. Really dumb stuff.
I actually literally today, funny we're talking about this, had a phone call with TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like an onboarding kind of deal,
Yes.
and got kind of the what to do's, the what not to do's, and like what works and what doesn't work. I don't know how I feel like I think the platform is funny. Like I
Mm-hmm.
feel like all of the meme content, all of the like funny content on the internet right now is coming from TikTok. So in that sense, great. I love it. Here's where I'm get confused because there are a lot of children
Mm-hmm.
on this platform getting a following for doing nothing question mark. So like they'll post some like a random video that gets them like let's say like 1 million followers because that
Mm-hmm.
happens. Here's my issue with that. I don't have an issue with children getting a following. If you want to get a following in your child, go off. My issue is that then they start setting this standard for like what an influencer is or like what
Mm.
an influencer on TikTok looks like, and it's usually a child that is doesn't have a professional
Is it your cable? Cause like, see, say something better, but no. Sorry. Unplug, plug it back in. Say something. I don't even hear anything now. Oh, there
You
you go.
got no.
Back. It's
Oh,
your cable. It's definitely your cable then.
this has
Because
never
no,
happened
because here's the thing.
before.
When that happens, I also hear the echo of my own voice. So that means it got disconnected.
The echo of your own voice?
Yes, like normally when I talk like this, not a problem. But when that happens, it is I start hearing my own voice coming out from your mic or something, or I don't know. That means it might be using your webcam as the mic instead, instead of doing like I don't know. But just letting you know. But
No, that's good. I
Stony
mean,
here, one of your fans saying he's saying that, or he or she, Stony is saying that that never happened on your stream. So I don't know.
I'm very confused as to first of all why I look like I'm streaming from a prison. This
I wish a
looks like a
prison had that V-shaped light. I want one of those.
this is my villain light. But yeah, I look like a distress call. Anyway, I just don't like when children with a following kind of set a standard or they ruin a lot of opportunities for other influencers because they are not professional. And I'm scared that's going to happen with TikTok.
Wait,
And
so
I
are you
hope it
saying that it affects other influencer or affecting children?
I both because let's say if a child gets 1 million followers and a
Mm-hmm.
company reaches out to this child and the child interacts with this company in an unprofessional way, then that company isn't going to want to reach out to other influencers because they
Mm.
think we're all a bunch of punk kids on the internet, you know?
I see, I
And
see.
and so they kind of ruin it for a lot of us influencers because they're children that
Mm-hmm.
aren't professional, you know? And then a weird cycle is they'll children will do weird things on to get views,
Mm-hmm.
and then other kids think, oh, that's how you get followers, and so you have people like jumping into fountains and stuff for
People getting
no
hurt.
reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just like crazy chaos, you know?
I think it's two things, like there's kids getting hurt. There's also a lot of like sexualization of things. And that
Hmm.
scared me. Like I'm not sure I said in the last stream, but one time I went to because I work with I talk to TikTok sometimes too. I go to the office and talk to them.
Hmm.
And yeah, like I went to one of the official TikTok party, and
Oh.
yeah, during VidCon too.
Oh no. Oh
Oh
no.
yeah, oh yeah. And
I'm scared.
first of all, the setting was already weird. It was at a bar, it's at a bowling alley, but it's
Wait a
open
minute.
bar.
We talked about this
Oh
because you were
yes,
tripping out that there were like children at this
they were like
bar.
14 to 16 years old drinking alcohol, wearing mini skirts, wearing very low tank tops, lots of midriff, and like I don't know. It's just like kind of strange scene. But then you also have people that's like age of 40s and above, and that's like all mixed into a bar setting, which is kind of weird, and also a
Yeah.
VidCon. So is just
I don't know.
kind of crazy.
I mean, I think the platform is really cool because they're doing stuff that Instagram no longer allows. Like
Hmm.
you can't get the eyes that you can get on it TikTok that wow, I can't even talk. You can't get the engagement that you get on TikTok on a platform like Instagram anymore, you know?
Hmm.
And so that's really cool that they're basically anybody has a chance to go viral or get views instead of like the broken algorithm that is Instagram right now.
But I think that's only because the platform is growing. That's the only reason. Like, I think the problem with Instagram is that there's every day there are more and more creators jumping on Instagram than
Mhm.
TikTok. Maybe now it's changed already, but for
Sure.
the longest time, like more people jumping on TikTok. I mean on Instagram, and I made a YouTube video about this as well. Is that
Mhm.
you have the rates of content creator, and that's for streaming too. The rates of
Sure.
content creator is more than the rates of viewers, audience
Ah,
consumption. Let,
sure, sure.
like let's say a successful streamer, right? Oh, Mike. There we go. See, we figured out a solution. But yeah. So a successful streamer per se, let's say they have a average, I don't know, 100 viewers.
Okay.
What are the top dogs? Some of course go crazy like thousands. But let's say an average successful right there. Of course, there's a lot of people starting. But that means for every one streamer, you need 100 more viewers, new viewers to jump on
Sure.
watching Twitch, and there's only so many limit people can consume so much
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
I feel like TikTok right now is that you have more and more people jumping on it to watch it, but not so many
Sure.
people creating yet because they don't know what to make yet.
I mean, that's fair. That's a fair assessment because yeah, I think nowadays there are definitely more people on Instagram trying to create rather than just to look at content.
My problem with TikTok is that it's same as Instagram. Is that it will benefit the platform really well, but I'm not sure how it's that for content creators. You know,
Mm.
and I feel like actually it's also worse for company to invest TikTok kit than Instagram. Because Instagram, even if you're bad, you are consistently bad. Like they tell you can see like your last 10 posts like you range between 5,000 and 10,000 likes, that's gonna be where your range is, Even though
Sure,
back then it's
sure.
like 40,000. But with TikTok, you can have one video, millions of views,
Yeah.
and then the next 10 is thousands, if
Yeah.
not only hundreds.
I was having this discussion with a friend of mine, music related purposes, because
Hmm.
people that create music are getting a lot of more streams if their song is trending
Oh
on
yeah.
TikTok, right?
Hmm.
So he's like, how does that work if somebody's paying you on TikTok? Like, what's the guarantee that company's going to get what they want? I was like, there is no guarantee right now.
Yeah. Hmm.
The platform isn't built like that yet because they're very much is like you can pay somebody to feature your song or feature it's like wear something in a TikTok, but like there's no guarantee it's going to get the views that you want.
That's like I have companies come to me before for marketing purposes, and then they didn't want to hire us because their marketing plan was like we'll just go viral. I'm like that's not how it works.
That's not a marketing plan, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we'll be just like Fortnite. We'll go viral. It's like no,
No.
that's not how you can make an amazing game with every feature that everybody wants. It could be completely free, no matter what reason. Doesn't mean you'll go viral. It's not gonna
No.
work. So and TikTok is the same, like one of my most viral videos, it's just a guy holding a DVD sign, moving around that trying to hit a
Oh
corner.
my gosh.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And the other one
Yeah.
is just two kids dressed up as DJs. One is Deadmau5 and the other is Marshmallow at a
Uh-huh.
con. No, there's no production value. It's literally me just holding my phone, saying, "Oh, cool, kid,"
Yeah.
dressing up. That's
It's
it.
chaos. I was talking to some whoever I was talking to today. The woman was telling me that um there's really kind of no method to the madness. The only method that really kind of stands is if somebody watches your full video on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
then it can acknowledge that and it'll send it to more people's like for you pages.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get somebody to finish your video, that's the goal.
Yes. So that's why they keep making you loop too. I put some at the end. They're like, oh, that's interesting, but they have to watch it again to get back to that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My uh, okay. So I talked to the TikTok people too as well. I'm not sure what they told you, but the
Mhm.
hashtag for you doesn't really do much because
Doesn't
everyone
do
put on it
anything.
because
Doesn't do
everyone
anything.
using it.
I was using it literally up until today, and
Uh huh.
the woman that I was talking, she's like, "Don't do that." She's like, "It literally doesn't do anything," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Perfect."
Yeah, I have a conversation with every once in a while to like, hey, what's the trend? Like, how's that like? Because they also figuring out. Like, I used to work in Silicon Valley and for a social media company, and a lot of things like everyone has an idea or theory about how it works. Nobody know how it works.
Nobody knows.
Even the people in the company, majority of them would not know how it works too, because there's so many layers. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some questions that I was asking her. I was like, "Well, what about this?" And she's like, "You know what? We've kind of been noticing that, but we don't really know." And I was like, "What?
Do you work here?
Can you?" Yeah, I was like, "Can you figure it out, please? Because I need to know."
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, she was telling me that hashtags in general
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
don't really do that much. Like,
That's what I heard too.
yeah, she was like the getting on the For You page, which is kind of like the goal,
Mm-hmm.
um, is is based on people finishing your video or not.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And get like I mean,
So,
for my TikTok is mostly photography.
mm,
Like I mean, it's based on what you click like or what you watch more, and then I feel like
mhm,
you watch, and also if you go to their profile after you
yeah,
watch it or something, that will trigger their like, oh, this type of videos. So I'm
yeah.
able to cater mine, or I guess program it in a way that's more photography based. But I kind of hate it at the same time.
I don't know,
I,
man. I wish like algorithms didn't exist and we could just go back to chronological order.
but then you're gonna
And
have people just keep trying to upload new things every hour.
I mean, I don't know, man. I remember the simpler times, and
Yes,
I remember
I
when it
miss the
was a lot
simple.
more
It's and
fun.
that's a lot of things. It's like it was a simpler time. It was great. Maybe it wasn't great, but to us, like it was great back then. So let's get it back.
Yeah, I want that back. It's like,
I lost you completely.
hello, are you still there?
I'm here, but I lost your video completely.
Literally completely. My screen just says I'm done and it doesn't want to do the thing. Hold on, let me get me back over here. I am being haunted today.
There you are. Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe you should
My
double check it before your next stream. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know what's causing this.
dude, I think I don't know. I need to do like a virus scan or something on my computer because this is insane. I've never dealt with this. Anyway, simpler times.
Simpler time. Yeah, I
And
miss those days.
everything was so much easier and like it was like more about what you were putting out, which is like not even the case anymore, which is so dumb.
I wish the problem with, and I talk to a lot of people about this too. I wish content creation has more of a 1-to-1 ratio of how much hard work you put in
Yes,
and what you
that's
get
what I
back.
want,
You
dude.
know,
I want to like
at least a
I
more
get
scalable and more like it doesn't have to be exactly 1-to-1, but at least like you can see that. Like,
sure. And I mean to an extent like sure, you can go to somebody's profile and just see what they're doing and the
mm-hmm,
work they're putting out, but then it gets devalued by if the number's low,
mm-hmm.
like
Because
you
your
can be
stuff is
putting.
so good. I see your stuff
Thank
and they're
you,
like
thank you.
and I
I
wish you have
mean,
more views too.
I like to think I put out good stuff, but I'd be lying if I said I sometimes don't get frustrated because there are other people putting out stuff that maybe isn't the same quality that does way better, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? I don't
Like
get it.
I saw, because like about what, 3 months ago, you uploaded like a reel of all your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and there's more stuff I didn't realize you did. I was like, wow, this guy does a lot of things.
I try to work hard, man, and that's not to say like I do get a lot of great opportunities, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful, and a lot of people do see my work, and I get work from that all the time. But um, in comparison, and I don't want to play the comparing game because it's the
Mm-hmm.
worst. But in comparison to work that other people are getting based off of what they do, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it can be really frustrating
It's very
sometimes.
discouraging, and it's not, again, we never have a problem with the other content creator, because I'm sure
No,
they're all searching to feel like should they do, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, like, if the other content creator is getting like 1 million views per video, go
Good
off.
for it.
Like,
Yeah.
please
Mm-hmm.
get your 1 million views. But I want my 1 million views
Yep,
too.
too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I do photography, the same thing too. It's the same
Yeah.
like, and I made a video too about this recently about cell phone photos versus DSLR or like professional photography.
Hmm.
I have
Hmm.
nothing against other people using their cell phone getting awesome photos because you can these days. But I like, can I please get a piece of that pie as well? I spent like 5 hours on this photo.
Right? Yeah, it's wild. I
It's
don't know, and
rough.
it's all about being in like the right place at the right time, and
Hmm.
like
And that's what
being.
it is. That's a lot of us. I had Stella on the first episode last week.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
think a lot of us got where we are right now is also because we work hard, but we also
Hmm.
got to the right place at the right time.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely like any success I have on, especially I think Instagram,
Hmm.
any following or success I have on there, um, was a combination of me putting out good work, but also doing it at a time that I was able to get a following. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Oh yeah, like if you tell
Um,
me to start today, even I push out the same content or even better content,
no,
not
it's
gonna
not gonna
happen.
happen.
It's
Not gonna
not gonna happen.
happen.
Yeah.
There's no way.
So
Yeah,
I hate it when kids come up to me and ask me like, oh, how can I get big or how it's like, I wish I can tell you like an
can't
exact
tell you.
answer, but there's no exact formula or anything like that.
I hate when people try to tell me like, oh, this is how you get big. It's not gonna work. I guarantee you it's not gonna work. It worked for you like 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you got to where you are.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could do it to every exact thing that you say,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not gonna work. Like
Yep.
anybody that says that they know how to like get big on a platform is lying. Like they're lies. There's just no
I know. I
way.
keep seeing like Facebook ads of all this like people saying like, "Oh, I can show you my secrets. Just pay me
It's not
and
gonna
join this class."
work.
It's not gonna work, or else everybody will be famous by now. That's not how it
Ex-
works.
exactly.
And they
I
wouldn't
don't
be selling
know.
that class already. They'll be just doing themselves and make more money that
Exactly.
way.
Yeah. And then I'll have a lot of times like social media managers, quote
Hmm.
unquote, or other people being like, "Oh yeah, you should like we could really help you with your engagement." And I'm like, "Well, send me your profile. What is your engagement? Let me see your stuff because if you really know what you're doing, you wouldn't be telling me what to do. You'd be doing it yourself."
Hmm.
And they never are.
Like
So
I would be worried if a chef is like, "This is the best food ever." I'm like, are you trying to kill me? It's like, no. Take a taste of it. No.
just taste
Taste it.
it.
Just stick it. And they're like,
Yeah, no, no. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a curse of the world that we and the career that we've chosen, but it's crazy, dude.
it's kind of similar to like playing a toxic game where people is like, "Oh, I'm so mad," and then it's like, "Okay, then stop playing." No, I love this game.
It's like it's become such a necessity, and also like when people are like, "Well, you shouldn't put your value in."
Mike, say something.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
This has become like a weird game.
It's like a time bomb. Like I have to figure out when exactly that's gonna happen. It's like, do the thing. Yeah. So sorry. Go
Oh my
ahead.
gosh. Um, I when people are like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't put your value in likes because like you're doing good work." And I'm like, "I understand I'm doing good work and I know I'm doing good work, but you can't tell me not to put my value in likes because
Mm.
like it's my
Oh
business."
yes. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like unfortunately, I've gotten to the point where these numbers reflect a business and if those numbers aren't doing well, then like I'm getting paid less or people aren't going to reach out with the same amount of opportunities. So, um to an extent like I have to let the numbers affect me, you know what I mean? Or I have to figure
Mm-hmm.
out what to do.
I mean,
Um,
I talk about this all the time, and because I'm from different background, right? I didn't start out as
mhm,
content creation. I did not study photography, but I end up doing photography and doing influencer work and all kind of stuff. Of course, we call it content creator. But in the business world, they consider us as influencer, and that's why because we have a certain influence about people purchase decision or like what they like. And I get it. Like every single job, I work at a desk job before too. And no matter
mhm.
what job you work at, there should be some kind of KPI, key point index, where telling you you're doing a great job or you're doing a bad job. Even if
Yeah,
you work at a retail, it'll be like, oh, how many sales you made today.
sure.
Like there's some kind of metrics. So I feel like for content creators who does it for a living, if you do it for fun, do whatever the f you want. Have fun,
Yes,
go
yes,
crazy. But if this is your job, then you want to able to keep track and understand: are you doing better or worse than last month? You know,
exactly.
so using following, using like, that is a way for us to see if we're doing our job.
Yeah, and then it starts playing with you because it's like in a creative profession, you're now putting your value in likes regardless of the content. And so it's like it's this weird, it's like a teeter-totter of like
Yeah.
you have to keep a balance of like I am putting out good stuff, so I can't let the numbers affect me, but also I have to keep my numbers here
Mm-hmm.
regardless, you know? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
this weird juggling act of of a mess. I don't know. Um
I think for me, how I do it is very much like doing any type of art. If I know something is for getting for likes or getting paid, one or the other, um, I would do it based on what people would want. Then I can spend
Sure.
time to doing what I would like, and
Yes.
hopefully people do that. And I do that a lot back then with my photography as well too. I know some photos will do really well because people would love that, but it's not something
Mhm.
I want to do. But I want to bring those things to like, yeah, that's really cool. Now look at what I actually like and see if you like that as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah, it's kind of finding that good balance of the two.
Hmm. And speaking of like getting exposure and stuff like that, it's really strange too because people nowadays, I get it too. But I had a conversation, and tell me what you think about this too. I have
Mhm.
a talked to a fashion designer,
Okay.
and she had a horrible experience working with a photographer. And then they were saying like, oh, this photographer, requested a bunch of stuff, and they used the content before the fashion designer did, and also they keep asking for credit and bugging the models too, and all this stuff. But the thing is that the photographer got paid to do the job, you know.
Okay.
So I feel like it's not necessary to have that like credit or everything unless it was specifically in the contract or anything like that. I
This
know
is
it's
a
different
weird
in the filming
discussion.
industry, but here's the thing. Here's how I see it. Did I get credit? Maybe not, but what I got paid. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I mean, no, that's very fair. This is a perfect example. I have done a lot of modeling for like campaigns, like I just did one for Hot Topic,
Mm.
in which I was credited because it was kind of like a modeling slash influencer campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in most cases, I would show up, I'm getting paid, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like they're not gonna put Chris Villain under my picture in a store, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they choose a picture that I don't like, that's out of my control. Like I've got
Yeah.
paid to show up and model, and the rest is in their
Correct.
hands.
Mm-hmm.
So in that degree, I would be like, that's the job you signed up for. And if you wanted something else, you need to discuss that, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Exactly. If it's in contract, makes sense. But because like
Yeah.
most of them is not hiring you as an influencer, they're hiring you
Yeah.
to do your job, which is modeling. Then
Yeah.
you get
I
paid for
think it's
that.
all about I think it's all about just communication and making sure everyone's on the same page, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because clear if someone gets upset, it's like, "Oh, well then I did not communicate to you what you were signed up for. Like
Mm-hmm.
you weren't aware that this is how it's going to go, but this is how it's going to go." So,
I just find it super ironic because people always are saying that, oh, exposure cannot pay my bill. Exposure means nothing. And then now they get paid and then does not get credit. Like, oh, where's my exposure? That's all I ever wanted. Like, what?
sure.
We
Sure. Yeah,
just
I
said.
mean, granted, a lot of people are also crazy,
Uh
so
huh.
but
Sometimes, but that's a problem. They're the loudest. So I'm sitting here, it's like, am I the crazy one? Like,
no. No. And you know what? I've known people to do that as well, and I'm like, you can't like you're not going to get it all. Like
mm-hmm.
you're going to get paid and or you're gonna get like exposure. And sometimes in the case of the Hot Topic campaign I did, if you're really lucky, you'll get
Mm-hmm.
both.
Yeah.
But like you have to discuss that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And also like for that campaign, it was talked about. It's like, okay, well, like, is my handle going to go into the picture? Like, what are we going to do? And that was a whole discussion that we had, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So again, I think it just comes back to communication and knowing what you're signing up for and not assuming that you're going to get anything that wasn't discussed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the same as you being hired at Disney. It's not like gonna put like giant boards like Chris Villain
Sure.
coming up
Yeah.
right now.
And you know what? If they were going to, like, I'm not going to assume they're going to do that, but
You won't
if
say
they
no.
did, yeah, I wouldn't say no, but like we would have to discuss that. You
Of
know
course,
what
there's
I
gotta be
mean?
a talk. A
Yeah,
sit
it's
down talk.
definitely A whole yeah, I don't know. I think there's also like um to shoot it back to the cosplay community and photography even. Maybe you can weigh in on this.
Mm,
I think it's weird sometimes where like a lot of the shoots that I model for and the shoots that you shoot for, we're not charging on either side, right?
mm-hmm,
However, there are people to like, oh, this is my modeling rate to charge, or this is my fee
mm-hmm,
to shoot you, right? And so there's this weird kind of line when you're like not charging, like when you're just
mm,
kind of like shooting for fun.
mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, well, like how do the edits of the pictures work? How many pictures do I get? Like all of these things. And it's like, dude, just calm down and talk about it. Do you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Cause I think I've heard a lot of cosplayers get upset where like, oh, they posted this picture and I look horrible in that picture. I'm like, well, did you tell them? Did
Yep. Mm-hmm.
did you say like, hey, I don't want these pictures posted? Or I
Yeah,
don't
what was
I
your
don't
agree? And
know.
then they'll come back to me. It's like, oh no. It's like, well then exactly. Like you, people are really bad at expressing what they want. Like,
It's just a communicative like there's no communication, so then people get upset for nothing, and it's like, well, you
mm-hmm.
guys aren't even talking about any of this stuff, so like yeah, you're gonna get upset because you're not saying anything.
Whenever I shoot, like if they come to me and they need something, like more like they need this for a particular reason, like,
Hmm.
hey Martin, I need this, I need actually 10 photos for this whole set. Then I can tell them like, oh, I cannot do it, or like, yeah, I can do it, or I could say, how about this? I'll shoot you 10 photos. I can edit 3 of them, but I'll send you the other 7. You have to edit them yourself. And if they
Yeah,
say, yeah, I can do that, then cool. If not, then no problem. There's no hard feeling until like because we talk about it, right? If you can't do it,
yeah,
not a problem. But if you do try to do something and then you don't deliver, then that become a problem because you didn't talk about it.
yeah, I don't know. It's I've seen both photographers get upset and like models get upset, and I'm like, you guys are all dumb. Like just talk
Mm-hmm.
for 5 seconds, or like stop getting so hurt over something that you can fix by just being like, hey, can we talk about this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. People are crazy, man.
We have a lot of those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this with a last topic. Like, what are you working on right now?
Ooh, good,
Ooh,
good question. I am. Ooh, I don't even know if I want to say. I will say,
how many things are you working on right now? One,
that's
two,
a better question. That's a better
three.
question. Right now, I'm working on one very, very massive project.
Mm.
Something that I have never done before. That I
Ooh.
think a lot of people are expecting from me, but I haven't really said like, "Hey, I'm doing this yet," because
Mm-hmm.
there's lots of planning to do still. I'm working on that. I'm working on probably like 2 or 3 kind of random other little side videos that I'm working
Mm-hmm.
on, in addition to like always like 4 or 5 cosplays,
Of
because
course.
who
Why
needs
not?
sleep?
I just came back from a convention. I slept at 7 a.m. every day. A.m. 7 a.m. Yeah, and I wake up maybe hopefully before noon if I can. Not too bad. Um,
That's bad, Martin. That's
eh,
bad.
that's more than usual already. Four
No,
days.
but you're also one of those weirdos who doesn't sleep,
I
right?
don't. That's why if I messaged you last night, I didn't sleep yet. I slept at
No.
9 a.m. this morning. I think no 10 a.m.
Martin, you're insane,
I was
dude.
working on things. I just came back from a con.
Dude, I have to have like 10 hours of sleep a night.
No, I need my entertainment as well. I was like, oh, let me watch some TV, let me play some games while working on
No.
photos. That's why I suck at my games.
Dude, if I get anything less than 10 hours of sleep, I'll get like headaches and I'm upset.
Uh,
Skill there.
Yep. I mean, I mean, I might get upset, but I'm still like, f this. I'm gonna keep going at it.
I love
Like, but
that,
the thing
dude.
is nonstop, and that's why my housemate loves me because I'm never home. I'm paying rent, but I'm not home. I'm at a convention every weekend this month.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably, if you like being alone, you would be a great room.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm an extrovert, so I
Sure.
adopt a lot of introvert. So they
Sure.
love to be left alone in the house. That's where like it's great. I saw a post the other day which I love a lot because like introvert get mad. It's like, oh, why do extrovert people always tell introverts to try to do more stuff and be more louder? Why did nobody tell extrovert to to shut up for once? I'm like, actually, I don't mind if they tell me to shut up. It's just they're introverted, so they won't tell me.
Yeah. I'm like an omnivore. I'm like a
Mm,
little bit of both. So like I can be crazy and like let's get loud and like center of attention, but also like at the end of the day,
hmm.
leave me alone. I need my time to like I need me time, you know what I mean?
At a
That's I need
con,
to
I get to have go full blown extroverts, right, for 4 days straight. And then when I
Yeah,
come home the next day, just I have 1 day recovery day if I have a chance. Luckily, if I
sure.
do, then I'll that 1 day even my housemate knows don't talk to him because
Yeah.
everything I say sound rude. It's just one word or no or less. Sometimes it's grunt. It's like they'll be like, "Hey, Martin, you want any food?" That's it. Whatever.
That's all
Like
I
I don't
get.
want to deal with this. Yeah. Like I sound like I'm mad. I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Like, oh, you want food? Yeah, let's get food. Like even
Yeah.
anything sounds great. It's like, yeah, it's great.
That's me at the end of like every day. Like after if I've taken a shower, like that's the end of my day. You know
That's a
what I mean?
that's a closed curtain. It's like okay.
Yeah, that's it. Or like if I'm like, ooh, I don't know, just at the end of the day, I just need a little bit of like don't talk to me every day. I need that. Like the rest of the day I can be crazy, but like I need time for like
What do you do when you do the not detox, the I forgot what's the word for it, but it's kind of
ooh,
slow
yeah,
down
like
the
it,
chill. Yeah,
yeah, like in that me time, I'll read books. I think I'm reading a book right
depressure,
now. Yeah, decompress. Yeah, yeah,
decompress.
yeah.
There we go. That's the
There
word.
you go. Video games always really helps me decompress.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play video games or
Any you playing right now?
Pokemon Sword and Shield I'm still playing.
Mm, of course,
I
you
was
Pokemon.
of course. I was the biggest like Overwatch person ever, but then that stuff with Hong Kong happened and I kind of
Yeah.
like stopped playing after that. Um, but
That's
yeah,
fair.
that and then maybe like oddly enough, like mindless social media scrolling sometimes helps.
See, here's the bad part now. It's like, you know how people say, oh, if you on your phone before you go to bed, you can't fall asleep. I'm the opposite. Like, before I go to sleep, I'm like, let me just do a little bit of scrolling.
Just a little bit,
Just
just
a
a
little
little
bit.
bit.
Like, it does nothing. I'm even on dating app and it does absolutely nothing for me. But I'm just like, let me just
Sure.
swipe a little bit. Just a
Let me
little
just
bit.
see
Just
what's
give me a little
on.
bit. Yeah.
I'm the same way. I wasn't like that until I had a friend like that, and my friend slept over a few times, and so his I would see the light on his phone going, and I'm like, dude, turn that shit off. And then I become like that now,
They
and I'm like,
got you.
oh, I know they got me. So I'm trying to be better about it,
It's
but I
worse
don't
when
know.
there's TikTok.
It's the worst. TikTok is the worst for that
It's like,
because you could scroll forever.
yep, I'm like, I'm going to sleep. And then 45 minutes later, it's like, it's been 45 minutes. It
Yeah,
was just
dude.
one more video. It was just one more.
It's never just one more, Martin. It's always more than one. Oh gosh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go, but before we do that, how do we find you? What are your handles? Where everything?
Ooh, I'm pretty much Chris Villain. If you search Chris Villain anywhere, you can find me, except on Twitter because some fool has my handle on there. So it's Chris_Villain.
Have you tried messaging them?
The account has been like inactive since like 2015. I'm so pissed.
That's why now every time a platform come up, it's like I'm just gonna put my name in just in case.
Just put it in,
Yeah.
right? And then also on Twitch, somebody has my name. So on Twitch, I am Mr. Chris Villain. But other than that, also, if you just search my name,
You'll find it.
I'll come up somewhere.
That's
So
what
I'm
actually
not
what I
tripping.
did. Like I did like Chris Villain. If I did Twitter, I put Twitter, Instagram. Whatever I need.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
come up. If you search my name and then a platform, I will come.
I have one more comment. This
Yes.
sound like kind of this might sound egotistic or like whatever elitist, but it's not exactly. But it's actually just our job. Sometimes it's easier for me to Google my stuff than to find out where I have in my
Oh
hard
my
drive.
gosh. I do that all the time.
Uh huh.
When someone's like, "Hey, what, do you have a picture of that cosplay?" I'm like, "Let me Google it real
Yeah.
fast," because no, I don't have a picture on my phone, but I bet you it'll come up.
I wish there's such a thing in real life. Like if I want to find a shirt instead of like going through my closets, if I can do a search function, that'd be so
Yeah.
great.
That'd be great. Let's invent that and become
We
millionaires.
should. We're working on it. So guys, don't steal our idea. That's our idea. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. I had a great time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for dropping by. We're gonna be here again next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'm gonna have Holly Wolf on the show. Actually, just shot her
Ooh.
just now. She's a great cosplayer model from Canada. also a Playboy bunny once, model. Not bunny, I think it's considered model. But it'll be fun. So anyway, we had a great time. Chris, I will see you tomorrow.
Will you?
I will.
Wait, where? Oh, we will. I will see you tomorrow. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, are you stalking me?
No, if I'm sucking you in the other room, right? That's why the internet's not working. I'm unplugging your internet this whole time.
That
I'm in
makes
the other room.
perfect sense now. Sir, I will see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. Have fun. Have a good night. I'll see you all
All
later.
right, bye, you guys.
Bye.